Welcome back, everybody. It is your boy Matt Turner back again with another episode. Obviously, as you can tell by today's title, I will be going over my hysterectomy consultation. For those of you who don't know, I am currently on my journey to get bottom surgery, specifically phalloplasty, RFF, with possibly Dr. Richard Santacuti or with Dr. Chen. And before I can get those things, I'm taking care of some other surgeries, such as my hysterectomy right now. And so I'm just gonna go over how that consultation went. I do actually have audio from my consultation. I won't be able to post it until I get permission, because the healthcare organization Emory is a very, very large organization, so they would require some, obviously, you know, like release of information and permission to upload their doctors and such saying certain things, just because that can come with some liabilities. So all of this stuff will be secondhand information, and then in the future, if I ever do get permission to post that audio, I will definitely transcribe it and put it up on YouTube, because I forgot my memory card that day, and so I didn't actually get to record any visuals. It's just pure audio. But yeah, let's get right into it. So for those of you who probably have been watching my videos, you know, but for those of you who don't, I'm currently looking at a hysterectomy. Specifically, I am planning to do have everything taken out but my ovaries. And with my consultation, that was basically confirmed, is that and trigger warning, I will be using natal anatomy terms, because that's how it was described to me, and that's the best way to relate it back to you all. So if any of that type of biology descriptors or terms can possibly trigger your dysphoria, just know that I will be saying that, and this is probably not the best video to be watching. I'm gonna try not throwing around, you know, natal terms 100% of the time, but I did want to let you guys know that that will be happening. So yes, my specific surgeon, she works a lot with LGBTQ members, so I felt very, very comfortable having this conversation with her. Everybody at Emory is super nice. First of all, I was not expecting how chill everything was. They were all very, very professional. I literally walked in to the OBGYN center at Emory and kind of just walked up and was like, I have an appointment, and nobody looked twice, because I obviously look very cis male passing, and I'm, for all intents and purposes, stealth, so it probably was a little shocking, but everybody was just like, okay, what's your name, date, and everything, and we just got it all situated and everything like that. My girlfriend came with me. They took down my health information, obviously, like they normally do with any standard procedure. So, you know, heart disease, any allergies, things of that nature, workouts, if I smoke, they take all of that normal information, and then brings back that information to the surgeon. And then I finally got to meet with her, which is the part that I actually recorded. And so we both agreed that the best surgical technique for my hysterectomy is going to be a vaginal hysterectomy. So that means that all of the parts will be taken out through my actual canal, which before I even got there, after looking into hysterectomies, I was kind of leaning more towards a vaginal hysterectomy anyways, just because I had a fear of keloiding, and doing a laparoscopic will create incisions, which will increase my possibility of keloiding. And then she kind of confirmed that by doing a vaginal technique that I will be decreasing the potential of keloiding because there won't have to be any actual incisions made. But then I asked about adhesions, and for me specifically, she said there's always the possibility of adhesions and such, but considering that this would be my first surgery for this and it would be a relatively small one, she didn't expect my risk of adhesion to be very high. She did say that if you have had previous surgeries in the past dealing with anything hysterectomy related, that your possibility of adhesion does increase. For those of you who don't know, adhesion, definitely fact check this, is basically where the inside kind of starts to heal back together. So like your walls might get closed up, or like she mentioned specifically, sometimes like your intestines can kink a little bit. But she felt very confident. So one of the things that I was also very concerned with was, because I was on the fence about what I wanted to have taken away, what I wanted to keep. The only thing that I knew for sure that I wanted to keep were both my ovaries, just because I don't see the need in taking out more than necessary, and leaving at least one ovary does make sure that I will have a natural production of some type of hormone, specifically estrogen in my case, which means that if for whatever reason I did go off T, that I wouldn't have to then start taking something like estrogen pills or anything like that, and because I would have that natural production. And so since I didn't really care, I just left both in. I just chose to keep both my ovaries. And then she did mention, because I did know that sometimes some people leave the tubes, I was very more concerned with the possibility of cancer, and she mentioned that usually the possibility of cancer is decreased so long as you're not ovulating. Being on HRT, specifically for testosterone, is kind of shuts down your ovulation in some ways. So that does decrease any possible ovarian cancer. So I was very happy about that, and it kind of just confirmed that, hey, I can, just kind of get rid of everything and be done with it. So that was that. The most of our conversation, if I ever get to put it up, you'll notice actually revolves around mainly fertility, because I personally am not sure if I want kids or not. I'm on the fence. I'm always back and forth. I'm like, a kid might be cool, but also at the same time, kids, yuck. I never want to have to deal with that. And so, because it is something that I kind of see as somewhat of a possibility in the future, one of the things that we talked about is that yes, you can actually retrieve your eggs and everything of that nature after you've had phalloplasty. I specifically asked this because I am not financially stable enough to be trying to add on a extra procedure. One of the things she did warn me about was that after phalloplasty, things can get shifted around. So it might be a little bit more difficult to retrieve the eggs, but considering that I personally don't necessarily know whether I'm gonna have kids or not, I don't think it's really important for me to add on the procedure of doing an egg retrieval, especially since it would require me to go off T for about 2 to 3 months, which I don't want to do that right now either. And then the actual freezing of the eggs would cost something. The actual procedure would cost something. I'm still debating on whether I want to have a consultation with the fertility clinic, just because then I can actually know for sure my like possibilities, like if I did wait until after phalloplasty, what would you guys have to do? If I got it now, what would that look like? I'm kind of just doing a we'll cross that bridge when we get there type of thing. So that was my hysterectomy procedure. After that, those were really the only questions that I had, because the biggest one I had was surrounding keloiding and adhesion. But outside of that, because hysterectomies are kind of, for all intents and purposes, kind of a smaller procedure, and Emory is such a big healthcare organization. The only next step that I had to do was actually schedule the actual surgery date after that. So that was it was very interesting. It was much easier than my top surgery or anything else. So I was a little kind of lost on that. So now what I'm doing is I'm waiting until November 3rd, which is when I will have my consultation with Dr. Richard Santacuti of the Crane Center for my phalloplasty. I will ask kind of what the surgery date might look like for that, because I'm hoping to have both of those surgeries within the same year so that they fall within the same insurance year. And then I will proceed from there. I'm hoping that I won't have to do too much for phalloplasty in terms of prep work, like laser hair removal and all of that fun jazz, because as you can see, I am a rather hairless person, even on my face, sadly. But I will update you guys with that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it. I know that for me personally, I was trying to find a lot of information on hysterectomies for trans people, and I struggled. So I hope this video has helped somebody. Please comment any questions. Let me know how your hysterectomy consultation went. And subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you can stay up to date on when I post videos. I'm trying to get my energy back up. As you can tell, I went from standing to sitting in this chair now, so that gives you kind of an indicator of where I am in this energy level. But I hope to see you guys soon. As usual, it is your boy, Matt Turner. I hope you guys have a great morning, evening, day, or night, and I will see you guys next time.